Coffee Shop in Charlotte. You have Alvaro of the Bilingual Stock Market channel and Don Foyani from The Gorilla with Glasses. Alvaro, how are we Saturday afternoon?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Good
How
to
are you guys
hear.
doing today? Yeah, I am at a random coffee shop in Charlotte, somebody in Charlotte.
Places unknown.
Yeah. What's up, guys? Welcome. This is our first live episode.
Episode
This is
six and a half.
6.5, we said. Yeah.
Six and a half.
What's up, folks? Welcome. So
Welcome.
hopefully my
Good to see
yeah,
everybody.
the internet connection helps us out a bit here because I am out of my studio. But yeah, I can see you, bro. Perfect. I mean,
Excellent.
my video is a bit, slagging a bit. But yeah, what's up, folks? Daryl is here. Take a look. It's a full house.
Daryl,
Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah.
I can hear you coming in a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
bit
perfect.
echoing.
Yeah, it's a full house. Take a look, Alan. I gotta have it. Daryl, Michael, be faithful. Marino, Donnelly. Welcome, folks. So, yeah, as Don just stated and said, we are trying to do our first live podcast. So, drop a comment down below. Let us know what stocks you want us to go over, what topics you want us to discuss in the podcast today, and this is going to be a good one. We have
Yeah.
a big week coming up, Don. Right?
Yes, we do. A big week. We will, as you alluded to, we'll start with the macro, and that will allow people to start figuring out what questions they might want to ask us in the stock specific world. I'm going to go ahead and quickly share I like to use Market Watch for the
I can hear.
calendar. I
Is it me? We
appreciate
have some
whoever.
issues here with the internet connection. I think
Go ahead.
this is the first time that we're trying to do this. So yeah,
Still a problem? Market Watch for the
I can
calendar.
hear. Is it me? We have some issues here with the internet. Go ahead, then.
Yeah, sure. So we're going to start off by talking a little bit about the macro. As you can see here, basically Monday, there's nothing to talk about. As we scroll into Tuesday, we get our first look at inflation for the month of July. Expectations for core CPI are to come in at 0.3%, which is a tick higher from the prior month's reading of 0.2. There are some people that are expecting this to be a bit of nothing. I would agree. Tariffs haven't actually gone into effect. The full sweeping range of them have only gone into effect yesterday, or maybe it was in the middle of last week. So there's no reason to believe we see a giant spike in this number immediately, at least not for July.
Maybe
Maybe
in
next
August,
month.
but not now. Correct.
Correct, correct. And
Yeah,
since we're
but you never
talking,
know, Don. If this report happens to come out like way hotter than expected, then the rate cut of September is very likely to be gone,
I
and
don't.
that might be an interesting situation for the markets.
Well, it would be a scary situation for the market because you'd actually have the Fed stuck between the rock and the hard place of their dual mandate. But since we just talked about CPI, PPI will then come out on Thursday. PPI is a leading indicator for inflation moving forward and also has the most inputs in the PCE. Very similarly, there on the headline, we're expecting zero point 0.2 after it came in at a big old goose egg 0. And core PPI also, core PPI is going to come in at 0.3. And last time it came in at a goose egg as well. So we're expecting a little bit of inflation after having no change in prices last month, which is to be expected.
Yeah. So the bear case for next week would be the CPI coming out like super, like super above estimates. In which case we should see volatility picking up and stuff like that, and
Yep.
maybe the S&P 500 not making a brand new all-time highs next week, which seems to
Sure.
be likely.
Sure.
So okay, that's a bear case. So if you are holding puts, you have to be rooting for a harder than expected, CPI. Let's just put it that way.
Before we talk about best case, worst case, I do want to get through the just Friday. We get U.S. retail sales. There is some
Oh, correct.
concern that we've reached a stasis of hiring and firing, meaning not a lot of hiring going on, not a lot of firing going on. Everyone that has a job is pretty much keeping a job for the most part, but it's really, really hard for people that don't have work to get it. This Friday, we get U.S. retail. So if we're
Correct.
looking here, expectations for July, headline retail sales is 0.5% versus 0.6 last time. Minus autos, which is definitely more core to actual spending. It's the number that I'm going to be watching, and most people that are monitoring the consumer economy is going to be watching. is zero point 0.3 versus zero point 0.5. We want these numbers to more or less come into line, because if we start seeing indication that the consumer is holding back their spending, that's going to be another thing that feeds into recession fears.
And retail stocks are getting annihilated as of now, right? Most of them.
Correct. Most of them are getting
Yeah.
swamped.
Correct. So that's also. So when is the sorry? When is the retail sales report coming out? On Thursday, you said.
8:30 in the morning on Friday.
Friday. Okay. So keep that in mind, guys. On Saturday. Today is Saturday.
This.
On Tuesday at 8:30 a.m. and Thursday at 8:30 a.m. we have potential, market moving events.
Yeah,
So keep that in mind.
I've been on the record of anticipating a bit of a Q3 pullback. I think they're kind of in a similar boat. If it's going to happen, I think it needs to start happening this week. If we get CPI and PPI that don't disrupt the consensus narrative that things are pretty much going okay, then I think we're going to get a world where institutions that aren't as long the stock market as they need to start getting scared and need to catch up, and they're actually going to bid the market higher, kind of making the market work against them. But if we don't get it this week, I don't know what's going to need to happen. It's going to need to be something unexpected.
Yeah, maybe Nvidia dropping the ball, which is unlikely
I
in late
think
August,
based on
but
what we've seen from the mega caps, it's not going to happen.
not gonna happen. Correct. Okay. So, what stocks you want us to go over? They are asking about SoFi, BBAI, TEM. So we have a very interesting week. When it comes to earnings reports. Let me share my screen quickly, so I can show with the guys what I'm
Bobby's
talking
doing
about
that.
here.
If you haven't already, subscribe to his channel, hit that like button, throw
Yep.
us a comment, all that good stuff.
Of course, that's what you gotta do. So I think that I am sharing my screen here. This is
Well,
live. We're
it'll show up.
improvising. Can you see my screen? No, not yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
you?
I'm supposedly sharing my screen. Yep.
If you can
Yeah,
see
man.
it, just go ahead and talk about it.
Yeah, so we have on Tuesday we have Circle reporting, pre-market CoreWeave reports after close on Tuesday, Cisco reports on Wednesday. We have Applied Materials. No, Palo Alto doesn't report this upcoming week.
Correct.
We have Rigetti Computing. I am not a quantum computing expert, you know.
Neither am I.
Someone else is. We have Cava. Restaurant stocks have gotten killed recently, so this could be an interesting report.
Nailed it.
Yeah, what do you think about? We have AKLO reporting on Monday after
Yeah.
hours.
I think
We
that's
have
gonna be a
AKLO.
good
What do you guys think about AKLO on Monday after close?
Yeah. What do you think?
So what? They are asking about Apple. Yeah, they are asking about of stocks, United Health, AMD.
I promise we'll get to all of those popular stocks, but let's prep them for the week ahead first.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to go ahead and talk a bit about AKLO?
Sure. If I understand correctly, they're in the nuclear energy game. They're going to be powering the AI, literally powering AI data centers. There's just not enough gigawatts of energy out there to power all of these data centers as we sit. It's another sort of no-brainer bull market to kind of get yourself into. In fact, at the end of last week, I highlighted a trade in Dominion Energy. For the first time in 3 years, I think, or 2.5 years, it's above its 200-week simple moving average, on the basis that they're going to be able to charge more money for electric because they're supplying data centers. OKLO's kind of in the same thing. They're just doing it with nuclear, whereas Dominion's doing it with typical electric through natural gas, solar, and wind.
Correct. Let me share my 4-hour chart of AKLO.
Yeah, we'll take a look.
Yeah, so this stock has gone up a lot, guys. And so here's the deal with AKLO. What are they going to be reporting on Monday? Nothing. They don't make any revenue. They don't make any money. So I don't know. It's going to be about what, guidance maybe? What are they going to be announcing? So take a look. AKLO has gone up since early April, and I am supposedly sharing my screen. Hopefully you guys can see this 4-hour chart. AKLO has gone up 369%. So what are they going to be reporting? I mean, this company doesn't even make any revenue. In my opinion, this is not, I am not making any prediction here, but I would say that the risk is to the downside on AKLO on Monday. So what are they going to be reporting? This company doesn't make any revenue. It isn't making any net income, any profit whatsoever, and the expected move. This is going to be a very volatile stock on Monday. And yes, I think that you guys cannot see my.
Yeah, I can't see your screen either. It hasn't loaded in.
Yeah, that's bad. I don't know if you want to. Then you want to take care of the technical
I
chart,
I unfortunately can't get the 4-hour anchored VWAPs like
or,
you
or
could, but I can put up a chart of OKLO if that's what you
yeah,
need.
okay, perfect. Go ahead.
Okay,
So the expected move is 13%, brother. Yeah, screen not visible. Yeah, I got it.
I got
We're
you. Hold
working
on, I'm
on it.
gonna pull up mine. OKLO, you said?
Yeah, 13% is expected move.
All right. What kind of chart do you want? Shorter term?
Uh, Daily maybe.
All
Yeah.
right, yeah, I'll do a daily for the last. We'll go year to date. Yeah, that's good. Okay, pulling it up. Windows, share.
Next time we do a live podcast, I'll do it from my studio. So it is what it
Look
is.
better. Everyone see this one?
Let me see. Yeah, I can see it at least on my laptop. Yeah,
Cool. Wait and see.
that I can see it. Yes, sir.
All right.
13%.
So 13% from there. What? That's
This is going to be a roller coaster, bro. Yeah, this is a what a $12.
yeah. It would be about a 10 to
$12
$12
move.
move. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it would
in
take
either
you to
direction, of
65.
course. Yeah.
Yeah, it would take you to 65 on the downside over here. And well, we'd have to.
I don't see any scenario in which these guys say anything on Monday after hours that can, that can push the stock higher. I think that the risk here is to the downside, but I gotta remind you, since this is a Momo stock, this is a meme stock,
Right.
this is a love stock, a retail early. I think that if it drops $12 or whatever it is, and I am not making any predictions, okay, don't buy puts on OKLO based on what I'm
I mean,
saying,
the chart doesn't.
but I think that this dip gets bought up, in my opinion.
I'm just looking at some of the technicals here. MACD. I can make this a little bit easier for people to look at. Look at the 3-month. The MACD is about to go negative. That's not a great sign. So that doesn't bode well. RSI is trending in the wrong direction. OBV doesn't really matter, but it does. And there's also a lot of distance between the current price and its 50. Actually, the 50-day is not in the right color. Let me change this to black. Generally, I have my stuff in dark. Yeah, I mean, I think if you see the quarter and you see it sell off
Oh.
the 50-day in black,
But
that works.
I get good news for the AKLO bulls.
Go on.
So they are expected to make their first revenue ever, $1.5 million.
Wow.
So this company has a market cap. Let me pull it up here. So this company has a market cap of how many billion dollars? Let me see. And they are making a revenue of, wow, they have a, let me see. I am pulling it up. Let me see. So they have a market cap of $11 billion. What? $11 billion. And this company is expected to make a revenue of $1.5 million.
Yeah. No, I got nothing to say about it. OKLO is a vibe
Wow.
stock, man. It's all about the
I
vibe.
would be surprised if this stock goes up.
I don't know, dude.
on
We're
Monday.
in the part of the market where things start to get a little nutty. Why
Correct.
not? I mean, Joby only actually. How did Joby do after the report?
It went down. It went
How
down.
much, though?
That's also it went down. I mean, let me pull up the chart here. I mean, no, you take care of the chart because yeah, my
Yeah, we're good.
You know,
I'll pull
my-
this up.
my
Okay,
internet
so no,
connection.
It did pay for it. Never mind, it paid for it. Okay, I mean, actually,
it did go down. This is another speculative stock.
Oh, holy
but
heck,
but
I'd short this.
but I mean, unless the markets go down as a whole, this Joby dip is going to end up being bought up, bro. I'm thinking.
I don't
If you
know.
ask
I
me.
mean, right now, if it doesn't defend the level it's at right now, it's got a gap to fill back to $14.50, $14. I mean, maybe it
Correct.
gets bought
That's a
there, but
previous
I'd be
level of
looking
support.
to-
Yeah,
I'd be looking
correct.
to short it before I look to buy it. Yeah.
Yeah, but we are in this kind of a clown market.
Yeah.
I
no,
think
it's
that, yeah, unless, I don't know, something unexpected happens and the markets go down as a whole, these kind of dips, bro, HEMS, Joby, AKLO, and you name it. You know what stocks
Right.
I'm talking about, right, Dan?
some of those have a legitimate business, but even with
Yeah,
those
some do.
business, the
Some do.
valuation.
HEMS is a legit company, right? But
I would say that for people that like OKLO, consider looking at Constellation Energy. these guys have been doing the nuclear stuff for the better part of 3 years. Like they were the first to crack the fission
Okay.
thing, and this thing has been an absolute monster. Like you do get some obvious downtrend. This is a 5-year chart, just daily, but it's just been on a tear. It's looking to make another new all-time high. They have contracts with Meta, Microsoft, Amazon, and Google.
Yeah, a data center play, right? Like a pure data center play.
This is a pure nuclear energy play, and they have contracts to power the data centers of the
Yeah,
mega cap
but
companies I just listed.
what I wanted to say is that in the case of Constellation Energy, it's like this is a company that is going up based on the energy necessity that we have as of now, based on the rise of data centers and stuff like that. So, and this is a real company, and I mean, please
No,
correct me if I am
these
wrong.
guys make revenue. They do a lot.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I think so. Let me pull it up.
Hold on, I can get quite
Is this a utility company?
No,
Dan?
well, it's a utility company, but it's unregulated.
Oh, okay.
Meaning, unlike Dominion, if they want to raise prices, they don't need to petition the state they're incorporated in.
Gotcha.
All right, here,
I mean, this is a profitable company,
yeah,
Constellation
no,
Energy.
CEG is finally making profits.
This is a
They
real
just pay
company.
a dividend for whatever
Okay.
that's worth.
Yeah.
Financial analysis. Water's in the way.
It's a real company. Bro, you're going to have to take care of the charts.
There's nothing to take care of. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Because, I don't know. I mean, next time we go live, I'll do it from my studio. It's okay.
No, you're good.
Constellation Energy. Hey, they are asking about Amazon a lot and Apple.
All right. We'll break.
Yeah, so let's get those stocks out of our way.
Do you want
Dan,
to do
please.
which one you want to do first?
Let's go over Amazon, which is a stock that you and I like.
Yep, agreed. All right, this is a 1-year chart, all the fixins.
Okay.
Let me get the earnings report here. So obviously earnings happened here. You had your pre-dip drop. It actually found support at the 200.
Did you like the report? I never asked. Did you like the report?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So what can we say? Like Microsoft set the bar too high for Amazon
100%.
on cloud margin and stuff. So
Hold on, I have some statistics here. The
Okay.
This quarter, AWS rose about 18%, if I remember right, 7.5% or 17 to 18% year over year, and
I'll put it
the
up.
cloud revenue number on that is 30.9 billion. Like that was the number. Azure specifically, their growth was 39%. Google Cloud
Yeah.
growth. Oh, and I'm sorry. The revenue on Microsoft's Intelligent Cloud Azure platform is 29.9 billion. So that, like, when you look at it through that lens, Microsoft's number was a lot more impressive than Amazon's. The comparison I don't really care for is the one about Google Cloud. They had a 32% year-over-year revenue growth in their cloud business, but their total cloud revenue that year, or for the quarter rather, was only 13.6 billion.
I'm seeing, yeah, they did $30.8 billion on AWS
Right.
on Q2.
And
Wow,
then
that's impressive, man.
And then, Microsoft Q2 was 29.9 and Google Cloud was 13.6. It's just
Yeah, but get this done. So the revenue that is coming from AWS, which is the most profitable segment of Amazon's business, has been going up during the last 3 quarters at least. So this segment of the business is still growing at a very healthy pace.
Yeah.
And that's
Don't
the
get me
reason.
wrong.
Yeah, because I heard some analysts saying that Amazon disappointed on cloud revenue and on cloud, basically cloud revenue. So
I disagree.
that's wrong, bro. I mean, this segment of the business is still growing, so they are not losing market share relative to Microsoft.
But that's where I take issue with it. I don't think the people using AWS are the same people that are using Microsoft Azure or the Intelligent Cloud. And if I had to guess why Azure has done a better job of generating revenue, because those are not unit deals, those are not deal numbers, those are not clients. That's revenue in dollars, which is important. But it could just be from the fact that they can charge more because they have OpenAI providing them real AI features. We all know that AI token usage is up, and a lot of these contracts for AWS and Azure are all usage based. So if Amazon hasn't yet implemented AI features, people are using AWS the way they have been since the beginning of AWS or whatever the most recent iteration is. Whereas over the past 12 months, people are using Azure more because there's more for Azure to do. I think it's just Microsoft better monetizing their platform. I don't think it's any kind of market share shift.
Gotcha. So you would be you would be buying the dip here on
Yeah, I
Amazon?
already did.
You already did. There you go. I am keeping an eye on 225. I would like to see Amazon closing candles above 225.
Yeah.
If that were the case, I am probably going long here. Yeah, yeah, it is at 222. At 225, guys, we have the 20-day moving average.
Hold on, I got you. I can pull that up for you.
Yeah. So if Amazon happens to burst above 225, it would be trading above all the moving averages. I would be a buyer above 225.
Yeah, if,
To be
if
honest
I
with you.
were if I were doing this for a trade, I would wait for the 5-day exponential to go above the 13-day exponential. That's one of my favorite indicators for short-term momentum, getting itself back in there. But if that happens, you're going to be above 225.
There you go. Yeah.
If you
for the
wanted
most
to
part.
take it a step further, like a longer-term view, you could buy it today and just check to make sure it doesn't close below the 50-day every week. In the 50 days, it's
Yeah, the 218, right? I have it at 218
I have
pretty much.
219.16. But
There you go.
know,
Yeah, that's a 50-day
whatever.
moving average. Correct.
Close
That's
enough.
okay.
Close
That's
enough.
okay. Yeah, but the dip got bought up definitely, right? This thing went down to 211.
Yeah, actually,
So-
oh, this is too big of a chart. Let me make this back to 6 months. This is the 150-day. It just almost tapped it. This thing has buyers. It's in a clear uptrend still. It has support. But to be fair, Microsoft did have a better number. I don't think you need to make a big deal of the market share dynamics. I think that's a lot to do about nothing. But Amazon doesn't get to go higher when
And
they didn't perform to their peer.
Yeah, Dan, I'm going to try to share my screen here once
Go
again
ahead.
because I have something very important to point out to the Amazon Bulls. Let me see if it works out. If it doesn't, it is what it is, you know. We're just improvising here, and the next live podcast is going to be way better. So I'm supposedly sharing my screen.
Trying to load your screen in for me.
Yeah, so what I wanted to point out here, guys, is that the forward P ratio of Amazon, okay, which is basically telling us the multiple that Amazon is trading at as of now relative to its expected next 12 months earnings, is the cheapest ever. 32. Unfortunately, my screen isn't.
It's not loaded.
You guys cannot see my screen.
You want to send me the picture and I can put it up.
Okay, so let me see if I can send you guys a screenshot. We are basically improvising here. So take a look at the forward PE of Amazon, guys. It's 32. You know, the cheapest forward P ratio for Amazon ever. So if you guys are buying Amazon here from a valuation standpoint, and I don't know, maybe if you want to invest, in Amazon, from a long-term perspective, you're acquiring a very high-quality company with a very cheap valuation in historical terms. I just sent you the screenshot.
Yes,
Dan.
I just received it. I'll try to.
Take a look at that. Hold on a second there. Hold in tight.
Yep, hold on.
Yeah, take a look.
Go here.
Bear with me. Or with us, I should say. Yeah.
Window.
You got it? You can share your
Let
screen?
me know. Do you see this?
Not yet. Yeah.
Is it clear?
I cannot see it quite yet, but let me see. Yeah, I can see it. There you go. There it is. Take a look at that forward P ratio, guys. Take a look at how it's been going down.
Yeah, for people that can't maybe read it, in Q4 23 is at 45, and it's been steadily working its way down to 32.
And this company has kept growing
Yes.
over
so
time.
in theory, what that means is that the earnings growth has outpaced the price growth.
Correct. Exactly. This is a cheap stock. Unless something unexpected happens with Amazon, something goes wrong. I don't know. You never know what can go wrong with a company. But if this company keeps executing the way it's been doing it during the last, how many years then? 20 years?
Who cares? Forever.
Yeah. The risk is to the upside. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
No,
they're
it's
asking.
not gonna get- not betting
They're
on it.
asking about Apple. I'm done.
Yep, I'm pulling it up right now.
There you go. Let's go over Apple.
All right. Got so many.
Where
tabs.
should Amazon be headed? Time frame? You were showing us a daily, right?
That was a daily chart over either
Yeah.
1 year or 2 years.
Yeah, above 225. if the markets keep rising as a whole, yeah, I think that all-time highs is on deck.
Yeah, so this
Sure.
is an Apple chart 1 year daily, and I have the 150-day moving average here.
Yeah, we had a
Obviously, right here, this huge gap down is the tariff tantrum thing.
correct,
And
but
obviously, I don't need to put up an S&P comparison. You know it's underperforming the S&P. Let me go year to date real quick.
yeah,
Yeah, so
and
it's
in
still
the case of
negative year to
Apple, I
date.
wanted to point out, Dan, you know that we were talking about this on our Discord yesterday.
Go ahead.
So yesterday we had a very special technical situation with Apple because Apple was finally able to reverse above its 200-day moving average since early March. The second it took out, or the
Oh,
bulls
yeah.
of Apple were able to reverse above that 200-day moving average, the stock simply took off, and we
No.
were actually call options buyers yesterday on Apple and both servers, by the way, because my guys of Crescent's server followed me on that trade,
That's
and
great.
also the members of both of our patrons in Spanish and English. So that was a major breakout area, and I'm not saying that I think that the 200 is $222 approximately.
The
Then
200 days of that gold line right there, and you can see right when it opened at that candle, it shot through
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Just
it
like you
simply
said,
took off. Yeah, would you be a
coincided.
buyer of a pullback down to that 200-day moving average again?
I'm a big believer that, one in every three of these breakouts retests. You almost always get a second shot at it. If it does, I would certainly take a flyer on it.
There you go.
I'll say this: I was disappointed that they didn't seem to care that the AI thing, like they just don't seem to care about getting into the I race in a meaningful manner, which is disappointing. So I think that implies that they're not going to be able to perform like some of their peers that are front and center in that race. But I think what Tim Cook accomplished with his visit to the White House was showcasing to the market that
Yeah, they
tariffs weren't going to crush this company.
they will be exempted from tariffs because
Right.
they are gonna be making they will be manufacturing the glasses of the iPhones here
Yeah,
in
here, check. I
supposedly in the
mean,
US, whatever. But can I throw a curveball?
go
Can I
ahead.
throw a curveball to you?
Yeah.
At you? Okay, Apple announces next week or the upcoming week, or I don't know, within I don't know, sooner rather than later, that they will be acquiring Perplexity. This thing goes to all-time highs in no
Yeah,
time, in
no,
my
we can
opinion.
talk about that. Absolutely.
Okay.
I don't think it's any question. If you're a shareholder of Apple, you want them to do it badly because obviously they really love their buybacks. They love having the cash pile. But the only thing better than a buyback would be to basically get into the AI race at a point where you're pretty much certain that it's going to be a thing. And at this point, there's no denying that AI is real. So if you wake up as a
100%. Yeah.
shareholder and you're like, oh, Apple spent a little bit of its mountain of cash to get into AI, then you're really happy about that. I think the big takeaway though from the price action we saw, because this move above the 200-day also coincided with that White House trip, was that so long as the stock market doesn't think Apple is going to get crushed by tariffs, Apple can work. And we'll see how well that goes. A couple weeks ago I
I
said that.
think that Apple still need like a final spark,
So
which
I
could
don't.
be like
But
the final acquisition of Perplexity or
Well,
whatever it
see,
is. So
I don't think it needs it. I think that the reaction from the quarter, or the reaction from the news, and the fact that the quarter was as strong as it was, I think some of that might have
but
been
don't you think that on the report was a bit of pull forward on tariffs?
100%. You beat me to it. Yes, I
Okay.
think a lot of
Okay.
people were expecting that. There are rumors that Apple is going to go. They're going to walk away from the titanium phone and go back to whatever they used before because those phones broke more often, to try to get people to forcibly replace their phones. But we learned that the stock market is going to love Apple no matter what, and that's okay,
Yeah.
deservingly so.
It's still a retail darling. So yeah, I mean,
Well, it's so much more
yeah,
than a retail darling. It's in everyone's portfolio, everywhere. It's
yeah,
probably one of the most well-owned companies on the planet.
yeah. Trading wise, I wouldn't be chasing it here, Dan. I
No,
mean, there's a gap.
no.
I mean, if this thing wants to keep running, there's a gap up to 245 ish. I
Oh, here,
wouldn't
yeah.
chase it
Sorry,
here.
I'll
I would
pull the
wait.
chart back up for you. Sorry.
Yeah, I would wait for the pullback. Guys, if we happen to see in regular market conditions a retest of the 200-day moving average, 221, 223, I am likely a buyer down there.
You said 221, 223?
Yeah, the 200 is a 222-ish. I would be a buyer down there. I wouldn't chase it here. I mean, this is stock. I mean, this is a big company, guys. You know, $1 trillion, almost $4 trillion. Oh, by the way, did you happen to know
240.
what price should Apple get to in order to become a $4 trillion company?
No, what price?
I got it. I got it. A member of my Patreon in Spanish told me 262.
Perfect.
Two
Yeah,
hundred
the
sixty-two
new
dollars,
new
guys, and Apple
all-time high.
becomes a $4 trillion company. How about that?
For anyone that does want to trade this, though, because the technicals would indicate that this probably could go a little bit higher, I would honestly just watch the year-to-date start at two. It looks like 249-ish, 250. Oftentimes, when a stock has started the year, and the market itself has started the year so poorly, and it's about to go and retest the year-to-date break-even level, there are people that bought the stock at the beginning of the year that have just been watching this be a loser for the past 6, 7 months, and the second they can get out of it, they sell. So
Yeah,
I
we have a
expect there
we have a
being,
bit of overhead supply above the current price. Agree.
yeah, I would
Yeah.
say overhead supply right here at, let's call it two, oh, that's the wrong number.
Yeah.
259, line in green. Oh, that's the wrong number too. Which, hold on. What are we looking at? Oh, 249, excuse me. I would say looking around here, but I mean that gives you $30 of upside, which is
But
about 8.5%. So that is a viable trade there. And right now with an
yeah,
RSI of, I mean, 73 is way overbought,
there's
but MACD just crossed over. It
yeah,
looks
there's a
really healthy.
previous yeah, there's a previous level of support over there, guys, at around 230. I mean, if momentum keeps going on here, Apple consolidates above 230, and I mean, yeah, it could fill the gap up to 240. I wouldn't chase it here. To be honest with you, I would wait for a pullback, maybe 220. We have a previous level of resistance back from early April at around 220, 226-ish, 225, 226. That could be a potential level of support, previous resistance, now potentially acting as support. But I wouldn't chase it here. I'm going to wait for the pullback. But I
No,
mean,
I
don't be
would as well.
surprised if
I would as well.
don't be surprised if momentum keeps going and this thing goes up to 240. Yeah, why not? Could
Correct.
happen.
Correct.
Yeah.
249 to whatever, yeah.
Hey, this thing announces that they're buying Perplexity. 262 is entirely possible, right?
I would agree. Well, that's the one thing that Apple is missing. And what is a little bit aggravating, and I think the big quandary is you have the money to do it. Why not do it?
Yeah.
It's not as though, and it's not even as though Microsoft or Apple be taking the big risk, because Microsoft did it with OpenAI. I mean, they don't own the
Yeah.
whole thing, but they own enough of it to matter. Meta's doing it with the new AI company they purchased, I think, sometime last month. It doesn't make sense that they haven't. So
Gotcha. Hey, Dan, what are we gonna? Sorry, what are we doing with AMD on Monday?
did something happen?
Uh-huh.
No, what happened?
They ended up buying the dip. They ended up buying the dip. That's why I didn't. I didn't.
Hold on.
That's why I didn't sell cover calls.
I
When
mean,
we had the massive drop on when was it? On Wednesday it was.
right here, 8-6. So
They bought the dip.
yeah. So
I have a
mean,
friend of mine that told me that he liked the AMD's earnings report, and I think that he got away with it.
what are you talking about?
I don't know, some random guy that I met in New York City.
Yeah. I don't know who you're talking about, Alvaro, but he sounds like a smart guy. I'm,
You're getting away with it.
I'm not
So
getting away with shit. I
yeah,
just knew that I just had a feeling that quarter was better than an 8% drop or whatever the hell it was.
okay. I mean, it held the 20-day moving average,
Yeah, it
and
sure did.
bro, I give credit when it is due. So
No,
good job there.
Thank you.
Okay,
I would
that's
say
okay.
this,
What are you
though,
doing here with AMD?
for me,
Okay,
if I were to trade this, I would wait for the breakout above 180.
yeah,
That's
it's
what I would do.
holding. Yeah, it's holding as of now. So we have a rising 20-day moving average, 165. It is holding the 5 DMA support now, 171. I think that you guys have to keep an eye on 175, Dan. It
Yeah,
failed
sure.
on Thursday. It also failed at 175 on Friday. This thing takes out 175, and we could be looking at all-time highs. I mean, not at all-time high. Sorry, at 52 week at a brand new 52-week high here, or a potential retest of that level.
whatever it's worth, like right here at 174, we'll call it. This was its October high. Like this should be a place where some people come in. Like you need to see this level become support and not play resistance.
Correct. And you mean you're talking about 175, right?
175, 174.
There you go. Agreed on that. Agreed on that.
Yeah.
Say that the market's pulled back as a whole. Guys, keep an eye on the 20-day moving average. 20 DMA 166-ish.
The 20-day has been really, really important for this stock. So we're going to move year to date. Right here is the tariff tantrum, and ever since it came out of it, it's respected the 20-day.
Gotcha.
So-
Gotcha. Hey guys, do you want us to go over any stock that is reporting next week? We have a lot of interesting. They're asking about. Hey, I have another curveball that I can throw at you. Tempus AI, TM. Do you happen to know anything about this company? I mean, other than this is a Pelosi darling.
What's the ticker?
Tempus AI, TEM. T as in Trey, E as in Edwards, M as in Mary.
I know nothing about this company.
Yeah, this is a AI related, whatever, Pelosi insider trading stock.
Wow, what the hell?
Yeah. Nancy Pelosi is investing in this company.
Well, good for her.
Yeah, I mean, it's just making some good money out of it.
Yeah, I don't really like the way this chart looks, if I'm being completely honest. But yeah, no, I would stay away from this. I don't know what it does, so I'm biased already in that direction.
Yeah.
Did something happen on Friday?
They reported on Friday. They reported, Dan.
All right, all right,
Yeah, they
all right.
reported. Supposedly, I mean, the reaction was initially positive. I have the 50-day moving average at $62. Maybe if that moving
Maybe
average
get above there.
can be held as support, the stock can keep going higher.
With stocks like that, like I hate seeing what appears to be a downtrend channel from it looks like June to here. Like it tried to get below 54, buyers came in, which is like nice, but I really need to see this thing get above 66 because otherwise if
Agreed.
it doesn't make a new high here, we have lower lows and lower highs, and that's not momentum.
Okay, there you go. Done. Let's go over SoFi.
Sure.
Oh, they love SoFi. Oh, you guys love SoFi. Oh my God. This was a ticker that we traded, by the way, this week with the members of both patrons, English and Spanish as well, and the chart is starting to look very interesting. Dan, above all the moving averages,
No, this looks
near
great.
a 52-week high. The report that came out, when was it done? Like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It was a very, very, very good report. So, in my opinion, guys, and unfortunately, because I am at a coffee shop, I cannot share my screen. And Dan will, complement the information that I'm saying here. So this thing holds because the 20-day moving average and the 5 are pretty much coinciding. This is creating some
Yeah, I
sort
got
of
both.
potential support zone, $22. This thing, this stock consolidates above $22, and I think that it could be attracting buyers into it.
For sure. The nice thing about this company now is that earnings are behind it, so you don't have to worry about that being a potential landmine for the stock. Aside from that, though, if you get above 22.5, let's call it, because it looks like it tried to make a little cup here. Like I know these candles are kind of weird. I'm not really sure what happened around the earnings and whatever, but like if you can get above $22.50, I think you would definitely attract buyers here.
Yeah, I keep telling the guys down, by the way, that this stock is very sensitive relative to interest rates, of course, because this is pretty much a digital bank. So keep an eye on Tuesday to the CPI. If we happen to have a harder than expected CPI data report and TLT gets annihilated, this stock could be going down.
I want to move on. You mentioned it. I want to move on to Circle.
Circle, let's go over Circle. It is reporting. It's reporting. This is going to be a roller coaster ride probably on Tuesday, I think.
I'm sure. Yeah, I think
When
it's
is it reporting?
Tuesday morning.
Tuesday pre-market. Let me
So-
tell you the expected move, Dan, so you can.
Go for it.
Yeah, so the expected move in the case of Circle is 11%. Oh my God, what a roller coaster ride this is going to be.
All right, hold on. Let me get some. We'll
Yeah,
call that a
11%.
160 close. So 142.
Yeah. Bro, the approval of the what was the name of the bill that were the crypto bill
Genius
that
Act.
was passed?
The
The
Genius
Genius
Act.
Act, was it?
Hmm.
So that was a sell the news event, like a super clear sell the news event. The second the bill was passed, I mean, most of the crypto related stocks, other than Robinhood, which is a very special phenomenon, started to go down significantly. I'm talking about Circle, I'm talking about MicroStrategy, I'm talking about Coinbase. All of those stocks got annihilated. So it was like so the approval of the bill was like, I mean, sell the crypto related stocks. That's it. The bill got passed. Run away from crypto related stocks, other than Robinhood, which I don't know, bro. I mean, Robinhood is frustrating me. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. So right now in the black, I have 178, which would be an 11% move from 160, and then 142, an 11% downside move from 160. To give you an idea of like what's going on here.
And I gotta tell you, bro, this is a profitable company. Did you know that?
Oh, of course I did. Well, we talked about Coinbase. They're
Correct.
getting a whole bunch of revenue from that partnership. They have to be. But let me ask you this, Alvaro. Do you know how they're making money?
Stable coins.
Correct. But how do stablecoins make money?
Yeah,
This
they
is
make money.
USDC. This is
Yeah,
USDC,
correct.
right?
Of course.
So if you're investing in US dollars, what are you investing in?
You're investing in US dollars, you mean?
Because USD is meant to represent one US dollar.
Correct.
If
It
your
gotta-
charge is to represent a dollar,
You need a
what are you
parity.
investing-
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, what are you investing in?
With stable coins, you're buying treasury bonds.
Exactly. So if the Fed cuts rates, that's actually a huge loss of revenue for Circle.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
because
this-
because yields. I mean it. Yeah, I mean yeah. It depends.
here's the business- here's the
There's a
business
situation then in which the Fed the Fed cuts rates, and yields go the other way. So it could happen. We saw it last year, right? So
which yields?
treasury yields.
Which ones though, long or short?
Yeah, 10, 20. That happened
Well, yeah,
last
but
year.
No. Circle's not investing in 10-year yield. They're
Yeah,
investing in 3, 6, 9 months.
Correct. 2 year, maybe.
I would be
go long.
shocked. I would honestly be shocked if they were out
Correct.
that long.
Yeah, the Fed has a very important control over the shorter, end of the yield curve. So we can agree on that. Yeah, sure.
Let me provide like a really brief explanation of how the Circle business works. Because honestly, I'm kind of jealous that I didn't think about it. They're just like, hey, if you give me real dollars, I'll give you crypto dollars, and I'm going to take those crypto dollars and invest them at 4% risk-free. And I'm just going to keep
Treasury
all that.
bonds, correct.
I'm going to keep all that for myself, and you get none of it. It's the same thing as a checking account in a bank where you basically have all your money in this checking account. You're paid 0.039 or whatever the hell it is percent, something less than 1% at a bank in a checking account or even a savings account, and they're using your money to make loans or actually buy the 4% short-term treasury. So in the event that we get interest rate cuts, there's a world where the revenue of Circle comes down.
Correct.
But the argument, the bull case, is that there's going to be so much volume going into USDC, which I could see happening, that it's going to make up for it.
Can I tell you something funny? Let me see if I can share this screenshot with you.
Yep.
Do you know how much is the year-over-year revenue growth of Circle on
I do.
Q1 of 2025?
Can I let me
1,942%.
I was going to guess 250, so I would have been way off.
Oh, you were wrong, bro.
Where did you send
These-
it?
Yeah, no, I just sent it over.
Okay,
You got
yeah,
it?
sorry, my
If you can,
phone.
if you can pull it up, wow, this is. I mean, so growth is here absolutely exponential. So let me see. By the way, let me see something here. So revenue was expected at 645 million for Q2 of this year, and
Alright,
it is
so-
expected. So revenue is expected to go up from 578 million up to 645 million dollars. That's an unbelievable growth, and year over year. Then get this, bro. Oh, this is crazy. Is this even right? What is this? I mean, do you? No, this cannot be right. So I know, yeah, because this is an IPO. So I don't have the revenue for Q2 of 2024. I'm afraid.
Oh,
No, I
that's
didn't have it available here.
odd. Yeah,
I
not
didn't have
sure.
it available, so I cannot make the year-over-year comparison. But wow, I mean, this is great. The growth that this company is showing is absolutely exponential. So I don't know. Maybe they have a shot at at reporting, at posting a very good report, and who knows? This stock is way off the highs, right? Let me see.
Yeah, no, very much so. I guess the point I'm making is that in the short term, an interest rate cut is not good for their top line.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Uh,
they're investing in very short-dated treasury bonds. So yeah, correct.
right. But here's the thing. This is the thing that US investors take for granted, which is the stability of the US dollar. Now, I know the
Hmm.
first half of this year hasn't been crazy, but there I think are 40 or 50 countries that are pretty much in a constant state of wild inflation, hyper and like there are currencies that move like meme stocks. And for people in those countries, the ability to just buy stable coins that mimic the USD's stability is
It's a
something
potential
that
investment.
cannot be
Yeah,
understated.
yeah. Or they can buy gold, and make a lot of
But
money out of
can
it.
they? No, they might not have access to gold. It might be easier for them to get access to Circle's USDC than to get access to gold.
and
And
this is
the
the
other
la-
thing is,
and this would be the largest. Sorry, bro. And this would be
mhm,
like the largest stablecoin player out there.
it is right now
Okay,
by far.
okay.
Even
It's good. It's good to know that.
even the ones that are coming public, like Gemini, that exchange, they're coming public. I think Tether is considering coming public, and a few
Gotcha.
others have already filed S1s. And that's another concern too, because if Circle starts getting real competitors in the public market for investor dollars in this theme, the valuation is naturally going to come down.
Gotcha. Hey, can I throw another curveball at you?
Let's do it.
Ready? I
Yeah.
don't see your bat, bro.
Huh?
Okay. So, Rigetti Computing,
Rigetti. All right. What was the ticker on Rigetti? I forgot already.
our GTI, I think they are reporting on Thursday. I think. Let me
Yeah,
see.
this chart just looks like ion cues.
Yeah, I mean those quantum related stocks are pretty much doing the same. Are like mimicking, each other. No,
No,
they
I mean
report on Tuesday. Tuesday after hours.
yeah, it's a cool company. I mean, they're trying to be like the TSMC in this space
Should I buy
here in
calls
terms
on
of
it
hardware.
into the report?
Go ahead. Sorry, say again.
Should I buy calls into the report? Call options?
Technically speaking,
You're saying that this is a cool company.
it
I
is
should be
cool,
buying
but I
calls on
mean, it doesn't mean
Monday,
it's going to go well.
expiring on Friday.
I mean, look at this. Look, you have
Okay.
basically, you have a, what do you call this? A flag? I mean, you have a, I call it an equal triangle,
Let me
where
pull up here.
bulls and bears are fighting. Eventually, one of them needs to win. I feel like going into the quarter, taking a guess, knowing who's going to win, isn't wise.
Uh,
But based on what we heard from IonQ, I think we can expect them to
oh,
beat on revenue and miss
uh,
on earnings.
yeah, but
So
the
do with
markets
that
did.
information what you will.
Yeah, the markets didn't like IonQ's
Oh,
report,
sorry.
and this is also a speculative company, I guess. So let me see what is being expected in reality. Let me tell you the expected move done.
Yeah, it's not
And I
helpful.
was kidding, by the way, guys. Full disclosure about buying calls. Never buy either calls or puts into any earnings report.
Sorry, I'll just
So,
quickly go over what I said before earlier. You have an ascending, you're not an ascending, you have an equal triangle where, the Bulls tried to get above 17 and a half, and then the Bears took it down to 13.7. The Bulls took it up to 16.7. It looks like sorry, I misspoke there. It got as high as 17.25, then the Bears took it down to around $13 and change. The Bulls were able to get it back a little bit higher, but not quite as high. And now the Bulls are back in control, but they didn't get it as low as they did. Eventually, Bears or Bulls, they're going to need to win one way or another. And there's not a lot in this chart that gives me an indication of what the market thinks is going to happen.
yeah, the expected move is 12%, bro.
I
A
mean,
roller coaster ride is going to be 12%. So, here's the thing, guys. This company has a market cap of $4.9 billion, a price to sales of $372. Unbelievable. And get this. So the revenue that is being expected to be reported on Tuesday is $1.9 million with an M,
yeah,
as
it's
in
not
Mary.
great.
So yeah, I mean, I think that with most of these speculative companies such as Rigetti and IONQ and OKLO and stuff, the risk is to the downside, guys. So what could be these kind of companies reporting done that could surprise the markets in a positive way?
They would need to have a real contract with like a real government or country, like a surprise deal.
Yeah, and suddenly, announce it during the earnings call. But
Correct.
I mean, unless something spectacular happens once the report comes out, as you pointed out, Dan, very good news and stuff like that. The risk is to the downside, guys, in these kind of stocks. By the way, Dan, let me tell you. So I happened to own 100 shares of IONQ on when they reported was Thursday, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Thursday's close.
and I told the members of my Patreon in Spanish. This is a trade that I opened with the members of my Patreon in Spanish. I told them, guys, I am going to sell calls here. This thing is very likely to go down, and that ended up happening. So we sold calls expiring 2 weeks out, and I ended up making $150, overnight.
Yeah.
So I can't complain about it. If you have a position on Rigetti Computing, I would advise you to sell calls or buy some protection. And this is not financial advice, by the way.
No, this is Ion too, and I think their quarter was like somewhere over whatever one of these down candles was. I don't remember which one.
Yeah, it went down, but the dip ended up. Yeah, the dip was bought out, by the way. So same old situation.
It's just treading water. As someone who's still long the stock, I'm happy to see that it didn't break below.
But it's a retail darling. So with retail darling stocks, those dips, unless the markets are going through a very panic, a very noticeable panic situation and stuff like that, risk of mode, these kind of dips end up being bought up. Take a look at the HIMS, for instance.
Sorry, yeah, I'll pull it up.
They bought the dip. You buy the dip. It dips. You buy the dip. It's a bull market, bro. It's easy, bro.
It got stopped. I don't know.
Yeah.
Here, yeah, they definitely bought the dip here, but we'll see if they do it here.
Hey, I have another curveball
Sure.
coming at you.
Throw it at me.
Cava. Restaurant stocks are getting decimated, annihilated,
I'm gonna go
crushed.
1 year of Kava here, just a 1 year. No extra lines. We're just gonna do 1 year. Yeah, this thing sucks.
Why do you think restaurant stocks are getting killed? All of them. Chipotle, Cava, you name it.
Chipotle's quarter.
What's the name of the restaurant that sells chicken? Wing something? What's the name of that stock? Wingstop. Oh, that thing is getting.
Wingstop's been getting its. Yeah, it's been taken out back couple times now. Yeah.
But
I
what?
think-
But you
I
didn't
think
answer my
it's all-
question.
I think this is all about fear the consumer is going to stop going out to eat.
Okay. Did you validate that potential thesis that the
Me?
consumer is
I
slowing down and stuff?
I cook everything for myself, so I don't go out anyway.
Have you tried Cava?
Yeah,
It's good. It's really good.
it's Mediterranean Chick-fil-A, or Mediterranean Chipotle. Excuse me.
Okay. Oh, but
It's
you.
not-
I think
fine.
I think you were bullish on Chipotle. Am I right?
Yeah, I've been long a long time. The
Okay.
quarter was what it was. It was not a good quarter. I wouldn't advise anyone buy it here. You need to wait for it to even go lower. I think there's.
And the valuation was expensive as well. So yeah.
Yeah.
Would you buy
mean,
the dip on Chipotle?
Not yet. I
Not-
maybe will at some point. Just not yet. That like, I'm only excited to buy a dip in a stock where I see something in the quarter that's like I could see this turning around.
Okay. Okay.
And there was one thing with Chipotle, and it was the cadence. They mentioned that the same store foot traffic started increasing in the final month of the quarter, which is a good sign. But that wasn't enough for me to be like, let me pile into this right now. I'm probably going to need to hear another quarter, because in the event that this is the start of what's going to be maybe like some sort of turnaround or some sort of multi-quarter fix, buying today is way too early. I also don't think, like, let's just say, Alvaro, next quarter they fix the problem. If the stock hasn't moved into the quarter, there's no way you're going to there's no way that you're going to wake up and the stock is going to be where it was or higher than when they reported and dropped. The risk is not in your favor of starting right now.
Gotcha. Hey, Corwith reporting on Tuesday after hours.
Yes.
That's another stock that has gotten killed. And this is a
bit.
pure AI data center, whatever it is, related play, right?
Yeah, they basically buy a bunch of GPUs and let people rent the runtime.
Correct. So
I mean,
they
it's a
are
nice
like
start.
leasing. So what is the business model about? They're leasing like data centers, right, or something like
It's pretty much rent a data center.
that? Okay.
Or I guess lease is the better term. I'm not gonna. I don't particularly. I haven't taken the time to fully understand exactly the financial structure of what CoreWeave is doing. My understanding is that
Oh,
the
bro,
niche,
do you know what the expected move is?
20%.
Oh my, 20%, bro.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Now there's a lot of unknowns here. That said,
Wow.
though, I think. Oh, hold on. Okay. That said, though, I think that because of Microsoft's strong quarter, with Azure being so high, I think that means there was a lot of business that got sent to CoreWeave. I think it's going to be a good quarter.
$25 is
Yep.
expected move.
I
So
think it's going to be a good quarter.
can we say that if Microsoft killed it, Meta killed it, and
Well,
most of the
no.
AI related stocks killed it or have killed it so far, that could be a bleeding, some sort of leading indicator into this
No,
report.
it is. It's more than that. I think 49 to 52% of CoreWeave's business is given to it by Microsoft.
Are you advising people to get weekly calls on CoreWeave next week?
I don't. This is just something that I've never
We're
bothered
kidding,
with.
guys. We're kidding. Do
But I
not buy
might I might
options.
do it for fun. It's probably an expensive option though. 20%
Yeah,
is like
the implied volatility has to be very high. Let me see. Let me just. No, only 200%.
only 200. Okay, so
Only
it's
200%.
manageable. We
So
could
we
put
good.
that in the risk off portfolio.
No, but for real, would you buy a lotto here?
Yeah,
A
sure.
lotto ticket here?
Yeah, why not?
Out of the money? We're kidding,
Yes.
guys. I mean, at least I'm
No.
kidding.
I
You
think
seem to
that's
be
a
serious, bro. I'm concerned.
no. I would do it. Why not? If I had to choose between this and betting on the Browns this year, yeah. Fedor looked
Okay,
pretty good
but
last night, but not that good.
yeah, money that you can afford to lose entirely. So it's
Money that I
a
don't
lotto
expect to
ticket.
ever see again. Yeah.
A lotto ticket. That's it. Okay, I get
A
it.
lotto ticket, sure. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not? Hey, D Robinson is asking about UPXI. This sounds like a leveraged ETF.
Yeah, it does. Should I even pull it
What
up?
is that? Guys, don't trade leveraged ETFs.
Oh no, it
That's
just looks like a thing. Let me pull up the
really. I'm gonna put
research.
up UPXY. Let me see. UPXY. Yeah. So we're interacting with the people that are
We
dropping
need to
messages in
cover.
our
We
live
still
chat,
need
but
to
also in
cover.
our Discord.
We need to cover AMAD and UNH as well. I've been seeing that one get
Okay. That's
brought
fine.
up.
Before we wrap it up, sure.
UPX as a brand owner engages in the development, manufacture, and distribution of consumer products. It offers nail grinder and healthy all natural pet supplement under the Lucky Tail brand. Energy solutions under the P-Rax brand. Functional mushrooms under the Cure Mushrooms brand. Craft cannabinoid under the. Okay, yeah, no, don't invest in this.
Yeah.
This
Maybe
company doesn't
trade.
even know what it is.
It is almost a penny stock. Above $6, $620. It would be trading above all the moving averages, but yeah, don't invest in this. And I know why D is asking about this stock, Dan. You know why? Because it went up a lot on Friday.
It did.
8% up on Friday.
8%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, here's my issue with not my issue. I'll put it this way. Right now, the market is concerned with consumers' willingness to spend. This company does a whole bunch of stuff that involves the consumer willing to spend a bunch of extra money. The second thing is that if you look at any cannabis stock, you'll see it's a penny stock now. I don't
Yeah.
know if there's any
There
cannabis
was a
stock.
massive bubble, Ben. A
Yeah.
massive bubble. Massive.
I'm
Unbelievable.
not saying again, like this is just something where I honestly I'd rather buy the out of the money weekly call option on CoreWeave than do this. This doesn't do anything for me. If it does something for you, that's great. Just not for me. And I wouldn't. It's hard for me to find any upside in this name.
Gotcha. Bro, applied materials.
Yep,
Let's get done with
that's
that. Yeah, they're asking over and over and over again about
it's a
applied
really good
materials.
question. So, are you familiar with AMAT?
Semiconductors.
Yeah, they actually make the equipment necessary to make the semiconductors. So this would be a
Correct.
play on reshoring towards the United States. You'd basically be getting a bunch of orders from Applied Materials for basically the machines that are the size of buses that make semiconductors. So all the like a TSM, they may be ordering their very specific niche equipment from AMAT to go into those factories in Phoenix.
Yeah, but that is going to be taking place like later on down the road, like not in the short term.
I
But
looked
but,
it up.
but let
I
me ask
looked
you
it up.
something.
It's
Is
part of the
is
5-year
TSM?
plan.
Yeah. So is Taiwan Semi actually buying equipment from Applied Materials?
I don't know exactly.
Oh,
I'm telling you that Taiwan Semi would be the buyer. Intel would be the buyer of
okay,
AMAT stuff.
okay. The
But
expected move done.
yeah,
This thing has an expected move of 6.2%.
I see. Yeah, that sounds about right. I'll say this: the thing about AMAT that I actually like relative to, there's another competitor. I think it's called Lam Research.
Correct.
I'm pretty sure AMAT has far less China exposure, which always made this a little bit more interesting a little bit less cyclical to what's happening in China. And for the past couple of years in China, the market hasn't been great there from like a growth perspective relative to their terms. I gotta say, I really like this. I mean, came above the
Sure, it's looking good.
100
Above the 20 DMA, it could potentially keep running. 187, I think.
Oh,
You
here,
have
I'm
the
sorry.
20-day moving average, slightly above the current price of the stock.
Oh, here. Shoot. Wrong one. Yeah, I mean, if this opens, if this has a good quarter and then maintains the 20-day at 187.55, I would consider going into this trade. This is an interesting one. I've wanted to be in this space for a long time. I mean,
I gotta
it's
tell
been
you
in a
something,
downtrend.
Dan. This
It's been in a
stock is up.
downtrend.
This stock is up 62% since early April.
Yeah,
So I
but
guess that a lot of good news have been, like priced in here. So I don't know.
yeah, I don't really have a read on this. It's hard to tell. It's because I don't know a lot about the business of creating foundries for semiconductor chips. So I don't know if like TSM, Intel, whoever has a plan to build a chip factory 5 years, 10 years from now. I don't know when they start calling AMAT. I just don't know when in the process they do that. And for what it's worth, patience has been a really good strategy here. This stock peaked, it topped in July of 2024. It has been a downtrend until April. Like, you would have been waiting a long time for this stock to start just going up. I would recommend some patience here. These stocks are really hard to handicap.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed. Yeah,
All right,
100%. So
next one.
6% is the expected move. Revenue is expected at $7.2 billion.
Alvaro, question.
Yeah, tell me.
Oh, sorry. Finish up. I didn't know you were going.
No,
to
I just
that.
want. I just.
Sorry.
I'm just taking a look at the revenue. So revenue is expected to rise from a quarter-over-quarter standpoint from 7.1 up to 7.2 billion. Because yeah, I mean revenue growth is very important for these kind of AI-related stocks, and yeah, I mean if we make a year-over-year comparison, because they are about to report Q2 of 2025. In Q2 of 2024, they did $6.7 billion. Yeah, 7% year-over-year revenue growth. So, I don't know. I think the bar is a bit high here. I'm thinking. I mean,
Yeah.
taking into account that this stock has gone up 65% since early April. So, I mean, just my opinion. Let's just put it that way.
There is a chance this thing works out for you. It's just if you want to play the reshoring or the idea that there's going to be more factories made in different places to make supply chains more robust, AMAT, Lam Research, and a few other ones. I think it's ASML's the British one, or maybe the EU.
No, that's a Dutch company, I think.
What is?
ASML is Dutch, I think.
Oh, Dutch.
From the
Okay,
Netherlands, I
sorry,
think. I mean,
sorry,
don't
sorry.
quote me on that. I am not a
You're
tech expert.
probably right. I would be actually. What you said makes more sense. I'd be shocked if there was a chip maker in a country as small as the EU.
Correct.
So Alvaro, question.
Tell me.
Yeah,
I'm all ears.
how much lower does UNH need to go? This is a 10-year monthly.
Yeah, this is what a disaster. What a
How much
disaster.
lower does it need to go for you to buy
I
this?
think the markets are waiting for good news on the investigation by the DOJ, and I don't know the moment that situation clears up, maybe that could be a very positive catalyst. The markets will. I mean, I guess then if this thing is going to, if UNH is going to become a comebacks compact story. The markets will figure this out before we even know about the DOJ, like, moving away from the investigation relative to UNH. But I mean, what I've been telling everyone here is that you need to wait until the net aggregate opinion of the markets kind of tells you that that there's a light that there is some sort of light at the end of the tunnel. So don't try to be a hero here. Don't try to do don't try to do some bottom picking here, because take a look at the technical chart. There's zero reason to buy this stock unless, I don't know, you're willing to
1 year.
withstand like
Terrible.
way more downside potential. So there's zero reason to buy UNH here.
I'm gonna make this a 10-year chart just so it's a little easier to see.
What a disaster, bro! Take a look at that. What a disaster.
This right here around 180 something or whatever. Let me just make it 190. We'll just
And
call
on top of that, the healthcare sector as a whole is in ups. I mean,
so $190 is the COVID low. Like, that is how close this stock is. 60 points away from giving up the last 5 years of returns.
within a bull market in general
Within a bull
terms.
market where the
correct.
the index that the UNH is one of 30 in, is making a new all-time high.
Yeah, it's a disaster. And the same analysis go for the whole sector. Take a look at the Eli Lilly, bruh. LLY, it's a disaster.
I got lucky. I got lucky that I got out of this one. Again,
Yeah.
by the way, these are all 5-year month, or sorry, 10-year monthlies now.
Yeah, great. That's a super major time frame. Correct.
Well,
Hey,
no,
any
just to show you, this thing's rolled over, completely rolled over.
yeah, don't try to be, again, guys. So don't try to be a hero in the case of UNH. You gotta wait until buyers step in. So let others do the hard job of trying to find out where the bottom
Yeah,
is located at. If there's any bottom, in the case of UNH, you need to wait until you see the buyers consolidating above the 5-day moving average, then recapturing the 20-day moving average. If this thing is going to go back to all-time highs, I mean, you can start the position at 280, 300, 310,
Right.
but don't try to be a hero here.
I mean, Alvaro, let's keep it even simpler. How about you don't start looking at UNH until one day you look at your phone and you're like, oh, the price is higher than the last time I checked.
Yeah,
There's been no reason. No reason.
no reason to buy this. Yeah,
All
reason.
right, I do want to go
100%.
over one more.
Yeah, Hood. Let's do Robin Hood. You're asking about Hood.
Oh, Hood? Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. We do that as well.
Bro, I mean, I just told you that in the
Yeah.
case of the Genius Act bill that was passed, how long ago? 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago? So
Yeah, sure.
something that was really eye-catching is the fact that most crypto-related stocks out there got killed. So the approval of the bill was a sell the news event very clearly. So we saw Coinbase has been getting killed, Circle, and Marathon Digital and stuff like that. But in the case of Hood, take a look at the technical chart.
Yeah, I mean,
So
yeah,
this
things
is- I
above
mean-
all the major moving averages, new all-time high. It can go
Nah,
higher.
it's a
Yeah,
very good technical chart.
great chart.
I wouldn't chase it here. I would wait for the pullback, 100, 105, I think.
All right,
But take a look at the technical strength of that stock, man. It's crazy.
No, it's great.
And
I
if
do
you-
want to try to get through a couple more because I'm looking at the Discord and some other stuff through.
Yeah, sure.
Let me quickly take Cisco.
Reporting on Wednesday.
Yeah, and this thing broke out on Friday to a new multi-year high. So for those that don't remember Cisco, this was part of the dot-com bubble. I'm going to give you the max here. This was where it was when this was the dot-com peak. It's making its way back there. One hell of a it's taken 25 years, but it could get
Yeah.
there. I put this in the bucket of stocks that, similar to IBM, it's legacy technology starting to work again because of AI. And if they give us a quarter that's like IBM's, this thing can consolidate a little while. And if it gives us an opportunity, I would be considering getting back into. Oh, I've never been into.
And the valuation is very low relative to its peers.
Right.
To
I
its
mean,
AI-related peers. Let's just put it that way.
exactly. I mean, this chart looks
That helps the
fantastic.
company.
Again, this is a monthly chart going back to 1990. And this is just to show you that this stock is fighting the memory of one of the worst bear markets in stock market history in the 2000s dot-com bubble. Just imagine the breakout that happens if it gets above 80. But
I
for
got
me,
some
if it
multiples
gets a
for
decent
you.
quarter-
Let me know.
Yeah, we get a decent
So-
quarter. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So sorry. So this is a can we say that this is artificial intelligence related stock,
If I understand correctly,
cloud related stock,
yeah, they
software related stock?
recently, I think it was a couple of years ago, they bought Splunk, which is a cybersecurity, data resilience, and data optimization company. So they're in the business of like optimizing your data for AI, and I think they also
Correct.
have some hardware related stuff because it is Cisco. They still do
Somehow
hardware.
related. Let's just put it away. This
I know.
company,
I got to do more research. I got to do more research. This is just one of the companies I know that it will benefit from AI once it starts permeating through the tech stack because they're embedded in everything. Cisco's been around
correct.
forever.
So get this. This company trades at 17 times forward earnings.
Yeah, no,
That's a luxury.
crazy.
That's a
Crazy.
luxury when it comes to a tech stock. And we have a price of also 5. So,
Right.
yeah, a market cap of 284 billion dollars that equals 5 times last 12 months revenue. So the valuation is very cheap, I would say. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I
re-
think-
uh,
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
the
take a
market-
risk and
the
say
market's
that.
at 22. The market's at 22.
Correct. So yeah, maybe the bar isn't that high. So maybe if this company, blows expectations out of the park, maybe there's some risk to the upside here. Who knows?
Yeah. No, I mean, this is a multi-year high. I mean, 10 years. So this is it's a 10-year high. I mean, the stock is working. All right. I saw people wanted to look at Netflix.
Yeah. Before we wrap it up, yeah, we are about to.
Yeah, I mean, Netflix
Yeah,
is starting to
we are an hour and 10 minutes in. Yeah, so yeah, let's go over to two more stocks. That's okay.
Yeah, Netflix about to get the 513D exponential above the 20-day. I like it. I actually added to my long position here at Friday's close.
I have two
Has-
key levels there on Netflix. Done.
Yeah,
To
go ahead.
1200 above 1200 the short could be potentially attracting buyers, and
agreed.
if the stock keeps going up, put this down on a sticky note, guys. 1260 $1,260. If Netflix takes out that level, it's game over for the burst.
Oh, for sure. And speaking of,
Mm-hmm.
Spotify chart looks exactly the same.
Yeah,
These things are trading together.
yeah, it's crazy. I still don't see any. I still don't see any
There's no competitors.
similarities between both business models. But yeah, you're super right, bro. Those
The
stocks
business
are
models
trading
exactly the same.
alike. Yeah.
I think the business models are exactly the same. You're
Do you
paying a
think so?
subscription for audio. You're paying a subscription for video. That's what they do.
Yeah, but I know someone. Yeah, so Spotify is for like podcasts and music, and Netflix is series and movies, and I
Yeah,
mean,
but it's the same thing of you pay a subscription every month. Some have ads, some don't. It's just a different form of media. The only difference is that Spotify. Well, the similarity is that they both own
But there's-
their market.
can I say that there's no free of charge Netflix? Because in the case of Spotify, you have YouTube, bro, and you can listen to all the music
Okay,
you want
but
on
you're
YouTube.
listening to there's ads on that platform. It's not as convenient.
But you can pay a $5 subscription, I
Okay,
think.
yeah, there's a paid form. You just told me there's no free. That's paid.
Okay, I give you that.
paid.
I give you
No,
that.
my thing about YouTube, and I understand a lot of people, especially older people, like YouTube and would prefer it, and I get that. I just gotta say, I was born in '97. Of people that were born in '97, most of us use Spotify, and maybe a few people are on Amazon Prime, YouTube, or Apple Music. Everyone that's younger than me, if they're not, especially if they don't have an Apple phone, and some that do, they're all on Spotify. They own Gen Z. And Gen
So
Z is going to pass
would
the
you
test.
consider me an elderly person because I am not on Spotify?
Because you're not, yes. Because
Okay.
you're not on Spotify.
Okay, thanks for the compliment.
Everything
I'll
else
take it.
about
I'll take
you-
it. I'll take it.
Alvaro,
That's okay.
Everything else about you screams youth, passion, fire, and love. But the fact that you
okay.
don't have a Spotify subscription is skibbity Ohio.
I'm an old dude. Okay, that's okay. It's fair. It's fair. Hey, one more stack. So,
Yeah.
what else?
Meta probably. People want.
Meta,
I saw
oh,
Meta
yeah.
come up several times.
Yep.
I mean, this is consolidating at a new all-time high. You can wait until it breaks out above 780, or you can buy it here and have a tight stop. This stock is executing at an all-time level. So,
Yeah.
oh, sorry. Here's the story.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something, guys. I don't know if we are going to be involved in a correction. I don't know, late August or maybe September, which September from a seasonality standpoint is a very negative month. If for any reason we go down, then in my opinion, I don't know. You can share your thoughts with us. If for any reason, guys, we go down 5% on the S&P 500 or 10% or something like that, the first two dips that should be bought up, in my opinion, would be Meta and Nvidia. So these two companies are killing it. Meta is killing it. What a phenomenal company. What a phenomenal company. Unbelievable. So, I mean, if I happen to see, guys, I mean, and I'm not saying that this is going to play out, of course. I'm not saying that Meta is going way down. But say that, I don't know, we see a 5 or a 10% correction. Say that we see Meta paying a visit down to $710, which is a level that coincides with the 50-day moving average. And that also coincides with the level that Meta was trading at before the last earnings report came out. I am a buyer of the dip here, and the valuation supports buying the dip on Meta. This is not a very expensive stock if we compare the multiples with its most recent commercial execution. So, what a company, Dan. What's not to like in the case of Meta?
I totally agree.
Yeah?
I think that they're separating themselves from the ad business space as well. They're using AI really, and this is not just like this is not the Reels competition, like Reels, TikTok. There are people that have advertising budgets that have to choose between Google, Apple, Meta, all the places you can advertise, TV, radio.
Yeah.
Meta is basically being like, hey, just tell us how much you want to spend and what you're looking to accomplish, and we'll give you the best goal. That's what their AI is doing. And what they're finding is that it's so much easier to work with Meta. They're just like, fuck it. Let's give
I'm gonna try. Yeah, I'm gonna try to share my screen again. Let's see if this actually works out before we wrap it up. So,
I see a chart.
do you see it? Thinkorswim?
Yeah,
It's working? Awesome. Guys, take a look. So we have a potential level of support at around 753. The 5-day moving average is signaling as of now 768. A potential process of consolidation above 768 could be opening the door for a test, another test of the all-time highs at around 785. This stock takes out 785 in regular market conditions, and you can set the price you want. 800, 850, whatever you want. And take a look at this pattern. This we could say that this is some sort of bullish, flaggish, non-official pattern. Okay, so this stock is consolidating above 750. So we can call 750 potential level of support. Resistance 785. It already failed at 785 on 2 occasions. So since this could be some sort of non-official, non-academic, bullish, flaggish pattern, this thing takes out 785 and
yeah, dude.
You watch.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I see what you're saying, and I agree. I have never been good at identifying bull flag patterns. I'm much better at different pattern recognitions, but this looks pretty typical. Like
correct. It's not an academic one, but yeah, this right. I mean, it is doing some sort of a bull flag pattern here. This thing takes 75, 785. You watch.
You're applying the logic of a bull flag pattern to this.
Correct. The concept, the idea. Let's just put it that way. So right. Yeah, guys, we got to wrap it up. It's been great. Unfortunately, I am at a coffee shop 4 blocks away from my place in the beautiful city of Charlotte. So my video is lagging a lot. Next time we go live, I will be streaming from my studio, and everything is gonna be super good. So this was like we are running a trial, right? Then
yeah, clearly.
So it was a very decent one, I guess. So
no, this went well. I had a lot of fun. I hope everyone in the chat did too. Lionard, Yosimo, Aldana, Leonard, D. Allen. All these people showed up. Thank you so much.
It was a full house. It was a full house.
Carlos, Daniel, Carlos again. Look at all these people. Fantastic.
There you go. So I don't even know how to close the live stream. Yeah, I have a stop button here. So guys, thank you so much.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you for watching. You guys have a phenomenal weekend, and we will see you guys on Discord on Monday or later on today. I don't know. Send us a picture of the beer you're having, the meal you're having. I don't know. Are you having a beer later on today, then?
Go ahead. Sorry.
Are you having a beer later on today? You should.
Probably going to have a whiskey later on today.
There you go.
Yeah, no, I don't drink
I
beer. I
like
drink
it. I'll
hard
take
liquor.
it.
There you go,
Take
buddy.
care, guys.
Take care,
Thank you.
guys.
You guys
Have a
have
good
a
day.
great weekend. Bye bye.
Well, man. Very nice.